group here today argues that a cashless system discriminates against poor and disabled people. And while the MTA is trying to get riders back onto subways and buses, advocates say this will make that more difficult.
I pull out this dollar bill, and you know what it says? This note is legal tender for all debts, public and private.
Cash is not king, at least for the MTA.
The machine's not accepting cash, only credit cards.
When the machines are down, the booth attendants are there as backup. But what will riders do if the MTA implements its hopeful policy of eliminating both cash and booth attendants?
The MTA's decision is partly motivated by trying to cut down on labor costs.
Where do you go when somebody gets pushed on the tracks or some crime is being committed or a person needs to know where they got to go? There's nobody there.
Transit workers and advocates outside the Broadway Junction subway station say it's discriminatory against disabled and poor people. 11.2% of New York City households are unbanked, meaning they don't have a bank account. 22% of New York City residents don't have credit history. Jessica De La Rosa is disabled and has countless stories why a cashless system puts her at a disadvantage.
I have the reduced fare card, and the AutoGate ate it. So then I had no way, nobody was at the booth, and there was a construction guy who didn't have the key to open the thing, so I had to wait 6 weeks to get my reduced fare card back.
Workers say they should be heard because they got up every day as essential workers, while the people at the top stayed home.
They keep changing leadership all the time, but we're still here. Okay? We know how to do this job. Get the cash back in the booth.
Advocates also say that they didn't fight for the federal government to award $14 billion to the MTA to make it harder for riders to take public transportation. At the Broadway Junction subway station, Michelle Ross, PIX 11 News.